Here's what I hate to tell people. In year one of Miami, what did I tell y'all in year one of Miami? I said, if we make it to the finals, I'll be surprised. Because you just don't all of a sudden
gel like that.
And you go, and you saw it in the finals that they wasn't completely gelling. Yeah. They could get away with playing that way against the Eastern Conference teams because they had the one guy they could get the ball to. Cleveland, number one, you got to worry about keeping everybody healthy. Same thing with Miami last year. You got to worry about keeping all the guys healthy.
And then they're younger than Miami.
Kevin Love, no, they're the same age as Miami right now. Age? It's just their nucleus is younger. But you got to think, look at their bench. It's the same bench Miami had when they won the championship. It's the same bench.
Yeah, that's what I meant with the nucleus.
But you just look at their nucleus though. Kyrie Irving hasn't played a full season in the NBA. Yeah. Kevin Love hasn't played a full season in the NBA. Both of these guys have missed more time than Dwayne Wade has over the past 4 years that he was in Miami. Those guys have missed more time than Dwayne Wade has.
Yeah.
So you got to keep them healthy in order for this team to succeed. Because unlike where you had that other guy to go to in Bosch, with them that was always there because he stayed healthy, and you had other guys, but you got all these different things that are going along with Cleveland.
But I think Cleveland will still play it sort of like Miami played with the injuries they had. You know, when you got LeBron, you got a lot of room to mess up because he can kind of cover. He can cover a lot of bases. He can get, for some reason, he got the mental to get other people mentally ready. You know what I'm saying? For it. So I mean, I think they'll still, even with Kyrie Irving hurt, that's probably the only thing. Like, how many point guards they got to back up Kyrie Irving when he goes?
Well, if Kyrie Irving goes down, they'd have to make LeBron play point.
Exactly. So I mean, that might be their biggest thing because I think Chalmers was a good guy, but I don't think Chalmers was no elite point guard.
Chalmers is not anywhere near an elite point guard.
But he just.
But he was a good clutch. He was basically he was the dude to bring up the ball up the court, so LeBron wouldn't have to do it all the time. But even most of the time, LeBron was still bringing the ball up the court.
But we know Kyrie Irving gonna play a way bigger role.
But Kevin Love's going to be Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
He's going to have to do the exact same thing Chris Bosh did.
But to say that, all of them, like Kevin Love don't have to put out that much energy like he did in Minnesota.
No. He don't have to pad stats like he was doing in Minnesota.
Because you already know you got a stat padder in LeBron, so he's gonna do it all.
Yep.
Kyrie Irving game can kind of digress, which it should kind of progress if you want to learn and get to that championship earlier, which you want to. So I mean, but I think everybody can kind of step back into an easier role than what they played last year simply because of LeBron.
Yeah, but it's going to take it's
going to take a while. I don't think they're going to get there this year simply because they are young and like their core is young. So I think next year Cavaliers will be the team.
Because in Miami that first year, they took turns.
Yeah, they took
giving the ball to each other.
Yeah.
Because you got to think.
Figure out, you ain't know who's gonna be the leader.
When I talked about the Miami ones, these were three alpha dogs.
Yeah.
Like this was Dwayne Wade's team. He was the alpha dog there. Then you brought LeBron in, an alpha dog. In Toronto, Bosh was the focus on that offense, and he brought him in. So they were trying to give each other turns that first year. Then year two, everybody was able to accept the roles that they needed to come into, and LeBron went no show when he was supposed to show up.
Yeah.
And that was what was bad for LeBron. It's him no showing. But my thing is, if any of those, if Kyrie or Kevin Love do get injured in that thing because of how old that bench is now, it's going to.
Yeah, because you're not going to replace Kevin Love with the Matrix.
No.
See, the Matrix will get you the rebound and the defense, but the points he's not.
Well, they're trying to make it exactly like Miami. It's trying to look exactly like Miami, and that's what they're trying to do is make it. I call them Miami North. Is what I call them, the Cleveland Heat.
Yeah.
Because that is basically what they are. Yep.
So I like
this. Except it's not hot in Cleveland.
I like this survey because the fact that last year GMs had I want to say about 7% was going to the Miami Heat last year. Now you're looking at where it's more parity, and this is what, as me, As a fan, I like seeing where it's not easy to predict the fan. Yeah, it's cool seeing Dynasty if you're a fan of that team, which you are, Kevin. I know you're a fan of that team. It's cool to see Dynasty inspired that. But I like parity where it's like football. You don't know who's going to win it this year.
So this need more parity.
Right. And this year it comes to surprise me, though, that Cleveland doesn't have that higher amount just for the LeBron factor alone. But it shows me that they don't believe in that type of system anymore. Right. That some of the GMs aren't believing in that type of system is going to be able to work year after year after year. That the Spurs system of way of doing things is the way that it's going to start working.
But see, I think even though the Spurs,
and look at the other teams on there, the younger.
Even though the Spurs,
except for Chicago, Chicago's got that. They're young, but not too young, if you know what I mean.
Even the Spurs at 46%. I probably, even me, I would bring it a little bit lower to about maybe 40%, and then kind of even up again. Because this, I really think it is wide open. I really think it's wide open because I like the Clippers. They're pretty dangerous. The Bulls, with Paul Gasol, give you another passing big man with Noah. You got Rose if he stay healthy.
Right. McDermott, I think McDermott's going to do good.
Dougie!
Oklahoma City, when you got Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, that's still a threat.
Well, you got to hope they can storm that tide in the beginning, and you can hope Russell.
That's always their downfall.
But the bad part is you got to hope Russell, when Kevin Durant comes back, does it. And he kind of
scares me about Russell. I see him going through the same crap that Derrick Rose went through because he plays so hard, and he goes when he's on the court, he's 0 to 100 all day, and that's how Rose plays. And Rose had to learn how to come back off of that.
But I won't
play a little softer, play hard at times, but don't play hard all the time.
But I want Russell with Kevin Durant out. I want Russell to do what Kevin Durant did with him out. And I want him to make everybody around him better. Because that's why Durant won the MVP. Because during that time he was gone, he made everyone better on that team. People started stepping up, but when you needed it done, you gave the ball to Durant.
The key to me, the key factor of that team is not Durant and it's not Westbrook, but it's Ibaka.
Oh yeah.
Because you seen that
last
year.
He's their defensive guy.
You had Westbrook and you had Durant. But once Ibaka left, they couldn't do nothing with the Spurs. But if Ibaka would have been there, the Spurs would have had no game.
Well, he's their defensive. He's their defensive anchor, and it's like I always tell him.
Then he's turned around to be a scorer also.
It's like I tell him, I don't give a flying raptor how good your offense is. If you take it up against a team that is fundamentally sound on defense, no matter what sport it is, the defensive team is usually going to win. The team that plays that. Yep, exactly.
Defense set up a good defense always sets up a good offense.
Yep. And then the thing I hope what the Oklahoma City do now, they go ahead and start Stephen Hunter and go ahead and bench Kendrick Perkins because Stephen Hunter is actually a little bit more mobile with Ibaka out there.
Kendrick just been
exactly. So I would say
he'd be making old face at everybody.
Let you know, listeners, we're not making
eat you.
We're not making picks. We're just going over GM surgery. The picks will be coming soon later with me and Kevin.
Maybe.
And Kevin's like maybe. And I'm sure CL and other people will be joining.
After I watch practices, I can
live stream.
We're going live screen practice.
They're ripping me up, guys. It's all right. I'm glad basketball's back. Since stage, yes. All right. LeBron James is expected to be MVP winner at 67.9%, followed by Kevin Durant 21.4%. Y'all think the gap should be closer? Is there a third person that should be in this discussion? Kevin?
It's hard to say because you don't know how the season is going to play out. You don't know who's going to get injured, what's going to happen, who's going to go from there. Like, they picked Kevin Durant. Durant's going to be out for a few months.
Yeah.
So does that take him right out of it? Or does that throw Russell Westbrook right into it? Because if he starts having a good thing and he gets everybody else involved and he makes that team go up a little more, does he get thrown into it? So it's just a matter, does Derrick Rose come back? Come full tilt. Does he be in his form that he was when he was?
Give me a third guy that should be on this list that you think that at the start of the season.
I would say Derrick Rose. Not because I'm a Bulls fan, but I would just say Derrick simply because he's back and if he goes out, you already know he means it. Even though we do make the playoffs without him, but the East is kind of soft, so anybody can make the playoffs without that start.
Except the Knicks.
Right. But it's just I would just say Derrick. I would say Derrick. I would probably
Chris Paul.
Because I like the guy, I would say Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I would say Anthony Davis would be in the running.
Chris Paul should always be in the running for the MVP.
Yes. He's the best point guard.
Oh God, yeah.
Yes.
Oh God, yeah.
Yes. I agree. He's the best point guard there. So yeah, he
point
should
guard.
be in discussion.
Because he actually plays point guard.
He should be in discussion. I think the gap should be closer than what it is. But like I said, with Kevin Durant injury now, that's probably why this gap is so far apart.
Because LeBron is. You got to think LeBron, and LeBron is coming back. He's lost weight. I mean, he got it.
Everybody went on a diet this summer.
They lost. Everybody on this. I don't know what's going on.
Everybody went on a diet this summer. Dwayne Wade all of a sudden knows how to shoot 3-pointers. It's ridiculous. If you haven't seen Dwayne Wade's 3-point stats for the preseason, the boy don't miss.
He carried on to the regular season.
No, because he ended up. They took his meniscus out while he was at. That's the reason. That's the reason he's hurt all the time is because they didn't do the surgery. They took him out. They took out his MCL. Like they took him out because they didn't have that type of surgery for that. I'm like, what? Marquette couldn't fix him.
I think the total MVP of just the single heat would probably be Bosh.
I'm thinking that too. I'm thinking they're going to run the offense a lot through Bosh.
Because Dwayne Wade, you don't want to play him too much, especially early season, especially thinking you're going to the playoffs. You gotta have to save him.
But it's been funny though because he has played a lot during this preseason.
He has.
He has played a very. Don't worry about that red card. That's just some weird person coming up here. But yeah, thanks, Cortez. Thank God she don't listen. But he's played a lot. But he's looked spry. And you were talking about LeBron losing weight and everything. All of them guys have gotten ripped all of a sudden. Yeah. Even him. He had a picture where he was standing up with Norris Cole, and I'm like, good God, what did y'all all do this summer? Everybody just go work out?
Yeah, that's the thing.
They definitely.
It should be an interesting season.
Yeah, it should be. It should be.
I'm more amped for this season than I was last year.
All right, this
not me.
This third survey. This third survey is James also the player that most GMs would choose to build a franchise around with 50% of the votes, which is down from 89.7% from last year. Anthony Davis and Kevin Durant each received 25% of the vote. Y'all starting a franchise with Anthony Davis?
Yeah.
With Anthony?
I would build a franchise around him quick.
With Anthony right now, how old he is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's young.
He's young and he's dominant and he learns fast.
He's a special type of player.
He's had a heck of a showing in the USA basketball.
And that's what really got me on board with it. I didn't really see too many of his games last year.
Well, we never get to see.
I watched him in college and seen what he did in college. I just thought, okay, they just doing that against these college players.
Right.
But then for him to go to play he played in the Olympics right after high school.
People look at that eyebrow and
you get kind of
thrown off. They wouldn't have had that caterpillar sitting so still.
But that guy, man, he got the opportunity to be one of the best centers that ever played the game if he play it right.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Play it right, get a good coach, get a good team. The Pelicans.
The bad part is I see him staying in New Orleans for almost his whole career.
And simply because he's a humble guy.
I can see him staying.
I see him being like Durant.
Yeah.
I don't think Durant ever leave OKC.
No.
Even when his contract is up, I still
see. I would see Westbrook leaving
before Durant.
OKC before Durant.
I'm totally
okay. I would see them getting rid of Westbrook over Durant.
Oh, God, yeah.
Hey,
after a while, you're gonna have to understand that these two are good. But I don't think they're good together.
No.
To win the championship.
See, I've been saying it for years, and people would kill me about it. I am not the biggest fan of Russell Westbrook because
to be about
9,
10.
9 or 10.
9 or 10, yeah. But
he is not a point guard. He
Westbrook,
is a shooting guard.
Yeah.
He is a guard.
OKC is trying to turn him into a point guard.
Exactly.
See college in one point.
He's what I like to call the ball vacuum.
Yeah.
Because the ball gets to him and he just sucks it right in. Yeah. And it don't go nowhere else.
And then Westbrook, a lot of times he get away with it because he got good players around him. He'll come into the hole all fast and he'll make a quick, stupid decision sometimes.
Yeah.
Just to get himself out of trouble.
He'll get in the air, and then he'll be like, "Oh crap!" and then just throw it up.
And it's not a thought out play. It's just I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, he doesn't impress me. That's why I want to see what he does without Durant.
If and that'll let everybody know what he can.
If he makes the whole team better, then I'll completely change my mind about Russell Westbrook. But if he goes into him averaging 32, but them losing, and nobody else getting involved and everything.
You looking at a whole Stefan Marbury thing again.
Then you just say
you
might as well go get you some strawberry shoes. Draw that little star in them, and then you
go play in China somewhere.
Go play in China and get that weird haircut.
All right.
I said haircut in the barbershop.